my name is Carly Rosanna and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we would have a little look through my fabric stash, my current fabric stash, which normally just fills these two boxes. This one's remnants and this one's like quilting stuff, which we might have a little look through some of them as well. I don't feel like I have a lot of fabrics compared to some people, but maybe you might think that I do. But I'll talk through any sort of plans that I have for any of the fabrics that I've got. If you have any ideas for anything that I say I don't know what I'm going to do with, then let me know in the comments below. I'm open to ideas. I'd love to know what you would do with some of the fabrics if I'm not sure. I did start trying not to buy fabrics without a purpose for them. I used to sew in my bedroom, so I don't have a lot of space to store things, and then since I've moved and bought my house, now I have specific fabric storage space. But obviously I'm trying not to overuse the space I've allocated for fabric. So I have been really good actually this year. I bought a few bits in like the sales at the beginning of the year, but since then I haven't really bought any fabric, which is good. I need to try and get through some of the ideas I have and the projects that I've already got in mind. I think I don't want to overwhelm myself or overload myself with all these different ideas and then not know what to get on with first. So I've picked out one pile of my fabrics from my unit there, as you can see. It does seem as though that this first pile is most of the fabrics I don't really know what I'm doing with yet. It just so happens that that's what happened. I don't organise my fabrics any sort of way at the moment, which is different for me, but I feel like if I did, it would annoy me if like something ended up out of place if I bought new fabrics. At the moment, it just goes in there. Let's get started. I'll pop any pictures up here of any patterns that I have in mind for these items. So the first piece I've got is this denim. I will caveat this with saying I am really not good with fabric compositions. I'm a self-taught sewer. I don't know half the time what the fabrics are unless it's told to me. I do try and like input them on my stash hub when I buy them so that the information from the website goes straight in, so they will tell me. But then sometimes if I've bought it from a shop or something, sometimes I don't know. So take what I say with a pinch of salt here. Yeah, so I have this denim. It's like a navy denim. This denim is, I'm going to look down because I want some notes. I've got 3 meters of this denim and this is from Rainbow Fabrics. And I'm thinking of potentially making some Heidi pants with this. I have made a pair of Heidi pants before. They're a little bit snug on me at the moment, so I'm sort of like holding off until I figure out whether I will be back in that size or whether I need to go up a size. But hopefully I'll be back in that size. They're not super small, so yeah. I'm gonna get really annoyed with all this fabric that I have to refold, but it's fine. I might refold it in some sort of order where the ones I want to use next are close to the top. It's easier to get them out. This is this nice floral, I think it's a viscose cotton, maybe a poly. This was actually a free gift from Rainbow Fabrics recently when they did their like January sale. If you ordered, then you get a free gift, and they actually gave me 3 meters of this. Again, because it wasn't like a purchase that I went ahead and did, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to make with this. It definitely would make a nice blouse or dress, but yeah, I'm not sure at the moment. But I've got 3 meters, so it's enough for a dress. Next up, I have this like floral flannel. It's got like tiny little roses on it. I have just under 4 meters of this, and I purchased this in America actually at Hobby Lobby. This is gonna make me a pair of pajamas. I have made the ultimate pajama set, the ultimate sleepwear set I think it is, which is a pattern that I got from Etsy. Again, I'll pop it up here and try and link it below as well. And yeah, I probably now not sure if I will make this now until like sort of September time, because it's going to be sort of winter pajamas. It depends on whether I decide to do it like soon or not. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna definitely make with this. Then I have this. This is a satin eye cat, is what it's called on the website. It's like this black and white, sort of like abstract pattern. It is quite soft. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I don't know whether to make it into some trousers. I have 3 meters of this. This is from a website called Wasted Fabrics. I know that there are some other YouTubers who have shared and used this website, and I think it's based in Germany, and it's basically a lot of dead stock, and you can get 3 meter pieces at a time. They don't sell in any other sort of increment. You have to get 3 meters or 6 or 9, whatever. But because they're dead stock, they are sort of quite reasonable prices. I was going to say at the beginning, but I'll put it in now because I remembered it. I'm having a bit of like a moral dilemma with myself and fabrics at the moment. I can't really afford to be buying £18 a metre fabrics, but also I want to buy good quality fabrics. So I try to be quite savvy with my buying. I try to buy when there's sales on or there's offers on, buy a lot of dead stock. Obviously buying online as well, you don't really know what you're getting until you get it sometimes. That's a bit of a risk. But as you'll see as well, I do buy a lot from Rainbow Fabrics, and again a lot of that is dead stock. And I would love to be able to like buy from Fabric Godmother all the time, but unfortunately right now I can't do that. But yeah, I'm gonna try and be more conscious of my fabric shopping, buy less and good quality if I can, but also, as I said, I try to have a project in mind most of the time when I buy fabric, but sometimes I don't. I do get suckered in sometimes if there's good deals on or anything. This next one is like a jersey rib. I don't know if it can be used for like a full garment or if it is just for ribbing. I got this from one of the shows, either Knitting and Stitch or the Stitch Fest. I can't remember which one, and it was on the Rainbow Fabrics like remnants stand, so I just picked up this remnant, and it is about 1.5 meters, but obviously it is quite narrow. So potentially I could get a dress out of this if it was like sleeveless or something, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look. Maybe a t-shirt, quite nice actually. I do like a rib t-shirt. So yeah, that is this just plain grey ribbing. Then I have this. Now this I got in New York at Mood Fabrics, and I really love the colours and the pattern on there. I have 2.5 meters of this, and I've put this viscose twill. It sort of does have like a bit of a weave to it, and it is quite sort of light. I don't know what to do with this. I had in mind, there's a Silver Saga pattern, and it's sort of like tiered with sort of like a t-shirty top and then tiered. I thought that would look really nice in this. However, I don't think I've got enough to do a lot of tiers. But yeah, I just have no idea. I'm thinking a dress. I don't know. Let me know if you have any ideas of what I can make with this beautiful fabric. You'll also probably notice that I do like florals. I like florals a lot. A lot of my fabrics are floral. I've just noticed that I've missed this off my little list, so I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm going to look and see how much I've got. Okay, so I have this vintage flower ditzy blue exclusive cotton. Oh, you can't see it. This, and I think it's just super cute. It's got like these little daisies on it. I've got 2 meters of this. Again, I got it from Rainbow Fabrics. I have this vintage pattern that I found in a charity shop or something. I'll try and put a picture up here. But I'm hoping I have enough to make that with this. If not, maybe a blouse, because it's got quite a bit of structure to it. Then I have 1 meter of this blue swimwear fabric. I have a couple of swimwear patterns that I already have, so probably will reserve this for one of those. I will sort of maybe put up some of the ones I've got. I have not made any swimwear yet, so I do have in a project bag a swimwear pattern by Kiana Bonolo, I think, that I want to make up, and I sort of had the fabric for something else and then it wasn't working, so I'm gonna try and see if I can salvage it and make some swimwear out of it. But then this will be my second bit of swimwear that I make, and once again that's from Rainbow Fabrics. There's a theme here. This is, what is this? I think a viscose. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is a viscose, and this is got this nice like spotty pattern on it. I can see a pair of trousers maybe in this, maybe some lane pants. I do have some blue, like summery lane pants that I've already made. This is from Wasted Fabrics as well, so I have 3 meters of this one. Again, not 100% sure what I want to make from it, but potentially some lane pants, maybe something else if something else crops up. I also can see it being a saltwater slip, but also I have 2 blue saltwater slips, so I need to maybe make a different colour. Next up I have this really cool red satin with like swans on it. It's got like flying swans, a few different size swans flying around. I bought this with the image of making like a kimono from it, because I love being cozy in the winter. I have my dressing gown on a lot, but I do like to have like a summer sort of weight dressing gown as well when I want to be covered up but not super warm, like if it's already hot. So yeah, I want to make a kimono out of that. I don't have a pattern yet, I haven't seen a pattern, so if you do have a pattern then let me know if you know of anything that will go with this. Next bit I have is this Liberty cotton, and it's got like candlesticks all over it. I'm hoping that I'm not blocking the sound too much here, but yeah, it's got these candlesticks over it, and I have a meter of this. I don't know if I said that that last one was from Wasted Fabrics as well, and it's 3 meters. I don't think I said that. A friend of mine gifted me this. I think I'd probably use this for a bag lining or something along those lines. I don't know what else to do with it. Obviously it's 1 meter of cotton, so yeah, potentially bag lining, multiple bag linings, or like wash bag or something. Yeah. This next one is, what is it? A linen crepe. And I've seen this before. I've seen a few people with this. It's got like palm trees, like abstract painted palm trees on it. When I bought this, I loved it, and I still do love it. However, I have an issue with wearing white. I don't wear white very often. You can normally see my underwear through it. I just don't want to make it messy, so I don't wear white very often. However, I do really like it. But again, I have nothing in mind in particular that I want to make with it. As you can see, like you can see the print on the other side, so it's not, it is going to be quite sheer. So I don't know if this might be destashed in the future. I have 2.5 meters of this, and it says on my, I've put on my stash hub that it's from a shop called Contour Affair, but I know I definitely bought it at one of the shows, whichever the October one is, because I missed the March one because my flight got cancelled, so I ended up stuck in Canada, so I didn't get to go to that one even though I had a ticket. So yeah, the October one. This is a satin crepe, just plain black. I have 3 meters of this, and it is from Rainbow Fabrics. I would like to make sort of like a cow neck bias cut dress from this. However, I don't have an occasion to wear it to, so until I have an occasion I probably won't sew it up. Oh, I've been showing you the wrong side. So there is like some texture, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, it's just blurring. There is some texture on it on the one side. Then I have another similar fabric. This is a matte crinkle satin. This is also from Rainbow Fabrics. So it's just in this lovely lilac colour. It's plain, and my idea for this also was to do like a bias cut dress. I also have 3 meters of this, so potentially the last one might end up being trousers, and then this can be a bias cut dress. But again, I don't have an occasion to wear it to at the moment, so until I have one, probably won't sew it up. But there is a nude fabric free pattern that I think it's called the Vixen dress. Once again, I'll put it up here, that I've sort of been eyeing up for one of these nice satin fabrics. And the last one for this pile, I'm going to see how long this video is, and then I will maybe split it in 2 and do a 2-parter. But I'll see how long this is first when I'm done. Is this like white cotton? It might be a poly with these little purple flowers on. You can see, quite cute. I have 3 meters of this, and I got this from a fabric market in Hong Kong that I went to when I was exploring. I had down, I think I had a Holland Park down for this fabric, Holland Park dress by Nina Lee. But I have quite a few fabrics in mind for one of those. So again, it's white. I don't know why I decided that was a good idea. So yeah, I'm not sure at the moment. Probably will end up being a dress, some sort of dress, but I don't know if it looks, I don't know if it's actually quite me. Like, I love a ditzy floral, but I don't know if the white background is me. Sorry, I keep spinning my chairs on. Yeah, let me know if there's anything you think. I feel like it's giving me like bedding vibes at the moment. Maybe pajamas. It might end up as pajamas. We'll see. Yeah, that's pile number 1. I'll quickly tell you that I'm wearing. This is the Savannah Shacket by Mood Fabrics, and this is one of my really early makes. I maybe made this 2.5, 3 years ago. So if you look on the inside, it's not the most well-made garment, but it is like a staple in my wardrobe, and I'm really proud of it that it's sort of something I made quite early on in my sewing journey, and I still get to wear it all the time. It's, as you can see, it's nice play fabric, and it's super cozy and comfy, so good for this time of year when you want to be comfy but also maybe not, maybe a little bit something extra. Yeah, Savannah Shacket by Mood Fabrics, so it's a free pattern as well. This first fabric that I have is this beautiful bright floral cotton poplin. I bought 2 meters of this with the idea of making a blouse, basically. That's sort of what I thought of when I got it. Potentially the patina blouse, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if like the collar will lose some of the pattern, because it's quite a big pattern. But yeah, some sort of blouse, I'm not 100% sure. But as I said, only 2 meters, and it's quite structured cotton. So probably not a dress. I tend to make quite floaty dresses and not very structured ones. Did I tell you what that was from? It's from Rainbow Fabrics. If I didn't tell you before, that's from Rainbow Fabrics. This is also from Rainbow Fabrics, and I have 2 meters of this. Now this is a poly jersey, so I did think it would have more stretch to it than it does when I bought it. It's quite structured. In my head I was thinking more of like a lightweight jersey, but that's fine. It's black, it's useful, it's versatile. I am thinking maybe some sort of dress that is a little bit more structured, but then because it's just got a little bit of stretch to it, it will just have a bit more give in it. No particular pattern in mind at all yet. I'm not too sure. Let me know if there's anything that comes to mind that you think of for the 2 meters of this. Now this is, so basically my sister is an interior designer, so sometimes she has like old samples that she doesn't need anymore of upholstery fabric and curtain fabric and things like this. So she gave me this, and I have used one piece of it to make a bestie bag, but sort of that's what I had ideas in mind to use it for, because they're quite long strips, and this one is like bleached at the end, and then they're not super wide, but that's wide enough to get a medium bestie bag from. So I've got like this dark one, this colour, like a brownish colour, and like a really light one. So that's sort of what I got that for something like that. Then I have some black denim. I have 2 meters of this, but I have cut a bestie bag out of it. So I have a bit less than 2 meters now. I have 2 meters minus the bestie bag. I was hoping to make, I've got the ultimate jean pattern by Sew Over It. I have made one pair of jeans, but it had a button fly and didn't do like flat felled seams. So I kind of would like to try a different pattern, to try some different techniques. Hopefully it's enough to get that out of it. If it's not, then I might still do the same pattern, but just make it into shorts. Just because I'd really love to try some of the techniques, and if I can do some practice fitting and make a nice wearable toile with this, then that'd be great. This is a crinkle cotton gingham. It does say navy, but it's really dark. And against that black denim, it looks black. But I have 3 meters of this, and this is from Wasted Fabric. So yeah, it's this little tiny crinkle cotton check. I have in mind for this a long sleeve Holland Park dress. I've been wanting to make the Holland Park dress for quite a while, and I bought the pattern maybe Black Friday, Christmas time, but obviously it's the wrong type of year for that dress. But yeah, this is probably going to be the first one I make because it's going to have sleeves on it, and I feel like I will probably end up making quite a few Holland Park dresses because they just look so comfy but like elevated at the same time. So I feel like that would be a go-to dress for me. Then I have this linen. I think it's linen. It's got sort of a linen texture to it. I actually bought this from Paige Joanna D-Stash. I have just over 2 meters of this one, and I am thinking of making some shorts, potentially using the lane pant pattern, and putting a ruffle on the bottom. Something like that, potentially. It's got these cute little flower prints on it. Then I have this lilac polycotton. This is from Hobbycraft. I bought this in Hobbycraft. It's got like cute little red flowers on it. And this is another one of my fabrics that I want to make a Holland Park dress from. This one I want to do short sleeve, like sort of like the standard version. And this, it has got a bit of structure to it. It's not super like drapey. Towards the summer, that'll be getting sewn up into a Holland Park dress. Then I have this, which I think is so beautiful. It's really, really pretty. And it's super like drapey and floaty. It's got these tiny little dots on it. Can you see that? Maybe in the darker flowers, sort of here, you can see it better. But this is a jacquard satin, and I have 2.5 meters of this. And I bought this from a store in Canada. I ended up in Canada a couple of extra days. So I went on the hunt for a fabric store, and I managed to get hold of this beautiful fabric. I see this being definitely like an occasion wear dress, potentially something bias cut, but I don't have any occasions to wear this dress to. So again, I probably won't sew this up until I have an occasion for it. It gives me definitely like summer wedding guest vibes. If anyone wants to invite me to their wedding, then I have a beautiful dress, and I can't wait to find the right pattern for it as well, because I'm not sure at the moment what I'm going to do. So next up I have another black sort of stretch. I have no idea what the composition of this is, but it's very similar to the other one actually. It's got a bit of stretch to it, and I have used this to I made like a square neck dress, like a basque waist. I saw quite a few like similar designs and I wanted to recreate it, so I made one of them with this, but I had a lot of meterage, so I've still got almost 4.5 meters of this. So my plan for this next is to make some Riviera trousers. They're not meant to be made with a stretch fabric, but this doesn't have a lot of stretch to it, it's only got a little bit. So yeah, that's by NH Patterns, and I'm going to attempt to make some of those because I do need some like sort of smarter, more dressy trousers that will go with a lot of things. So black's perfect, and yeah, that fit me. So that is, I printed the pattern and stuck it together last week, so that's really high on my sort of to-do list at the moment. This one is from a place called Neil's Fabrics, and they have Facebook and Instagram. They've recently just started doing postal orders, but they're basically like a market stall in Milton Keynes, and I used to live sort of near there, so I went down there and they have really good prices on things. They've got these bargain buckets at the front where basically everything's £1 a metre, and the pieces are normally about 5 metres long, so they're really big pieces. I found that because of the prices were so good that I was buying things to sort of do wearable toiles with and practice with. Like I still feel like I do need to try things out sometimes. Like I can't just go straight in and cut it on good fabric, dependent on what the garment is, what the fitting's like and things like that. So sometimes I feel like I do need to get fabric that is a little bit friendlier on the wallet to try different things out with. So I have not really done a lot of trouser fitting. As I said, I've made lots of like lane pants and things, but you don't need to fit those a lot, so this will hopefully be good for that. And there's so much meterage that if I go wrong the first time, I probably could do another one. There was a fabric that I said that I was planning on making a Silver Saga pattern from, potentially, but I didn't have enough meterage, and then I realised it wasn't that fabric. It was this fabric that I wanted to make that one. So it's like this super bright jungly fabric. You've got leopard print bananas, there's like a leopard print in the background, there's parrots, flowers, pineapples. This goes crepe, and I have 3 meters of this, and this was from Wasted Fabrics again. I can't remember the name of the pattern, but I'll put it up. But yeah, that's what I had planned for this, and I think 3 meters will potentially be enough to do the tiers, whereas the other one I think I only had 2.5. That's what I'm hoping to do with this. I haven't bought the pattern yet, so I'll show you the drape. I think it's so cool. I think it's super cool. Then I have this. I really love the shade of this green. And it's got, again, lovely ditzy floral flowers on. This is a cotton gauze, so it is a little bit sheer. Like whatever I make with this is gonna have to be lined. If it's a dress, obviously if it's something that I can wear something underneath, then that's a different thing, but this needs to be lined. There is a dress I had in mind for this, which is a less Perlines, I don't know how to say that, the heat wave dress. I'll pop up here as well. That's what I sort of had written down in mind for it. But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna have to fully line that if I do decide to make it with this. But this does have a bit of a rough texture to it. Like it's not soft. It's almost like a muslin, like that you could get for babies, but it's not. Yeah, it's not very soft. But I really like it. I like the pattern. This one is a linen poly viscose in this like floral leafy pink pattern. It does have a bit of like a shimmer to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but there is like a tiny bit of a shimmer to it. I don't know what to do with this. I made, and I'll pop a picture up here, I made a Jess Dang dress, and if you don't know who she is, she's a YouTuber. She hasn't posted in a while. I think she's had a baby recently. I used her a lot in the first stages of sewing to learn how to sew before tackling patterns, and she basically like tells you how to create garments just using your own measurements, and you basically make the pattern yourself. You draft the pattern from your measurements and she tells you what to do. And there's a dress that I made of her and I really love it, and potentially some of the measurements I did not the best. I had issues with the sleeves being too long and the bust cuts being a little bit, I felt like I was pulling myself up all the time. I would love to recreate that dress, but I don't know if I want to do it in that way. I don't know if I feel confident enough to fix the issues. I can't fix the dress that I made already because the fabric is fraying and it's falling apart, but I'll probably show you that another day. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can try and find something similar. It had like a tie back situation, so like you could properly cinch yourself in and look like a corset. Maybe I will try it again at some point because I really do like the dress and the style. Maybe I will try and use an existing pattern that I've got to sort of help me with the sizing and things. Food for thought. But yeah, potentially that's what I want to do with this. I have 3 meters of this and it was from Rainbow Fabrics. And the last one of my sort of main fabrics is this. It's like a peachy satin jacquard. It is similar to the other satin jacquard, obviously it's got those little spots on it. And I suppose you could, like the other side is shiny, so I suppose you could sort of choose which side that you wanted to be the main fabric side. I probably would choose this side. But I had in mind the tea dress from Dopamine Dressing, which is the Crafty Pies book that she released, which I have. And that is sort of what I want to make with this. Again, I do think it'll be like a bit more of an occasion wear dress than a casual dress. But I had in my head, there is the challenge Sophisticated, is it that one? Where you're gonna make something that you would wear to an afternoon tea. So potentially I might keep this to make that when that challenge is on. But yeah, I do really like it. It's really nice. And as you get, like when the sun hits the spots. Let me grab my quilting fabrics and then I'll talk to you about them quickly. I'm only going to talk to you about this really briefly because I probably will go into depth with it in its own video. But because I'm cabin crew, I decided that I wanted to try and get some fabrics from around the world, and then I'm going to make a quilt with my auntie with the fabrics. So this is a few of the fabrics I've collected. I thought I had all of the ones I need, but now I think I'm gonna have to get some more. This one was the first one that I bought, but now I'm not actually using it for the quilt. But obviously it's got white background and these different colour flowers on it. I don't think it is actually quilted cotton, but I found this in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, and it sort of like started the inspiration for the rest of the quilt. The reason I'm not using this now is that the quilt that I'm making uses like 2.5 inch squares and strips, and obviously like the flowers on this are really big, some of them. It's gonna break up all the pattern and it's not gonna work out very well. So this is just gonna go back into my normal stash actually, and I have a meter of this and I don't know what I'll do with it. I don't think I want to make a garment from it. I don't think I can see myself wearing that, but potentially I could use it for a bag lining or something like that. Who knows? So I have this one, and I haven't like reminded myself of these, so I'm gonna try and remember where I got them from. This Ditzy Floral Cotton. I'm sure I got this one in Tokyo, and again I got a meter of this one. But yeah, I just love a Ditzy Floral. I think it's so cute. Then this one is also from Japan. This is another one I got from Tokyo. I bought this before a few years ago, and I've made a blouse from this, a Tina blouse actually. And this is the remnants. So I may or may not use it in the quilt. I need to sort of like put the pieces together and see. The colours go really well with the last one, so I think it will work, but we'll see. Then I have this piece. This one is from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and I really love like the strokes on it. Again, I'm pretty sure I got a metre of this one. I just got these brush stroke flowers all over it. Then this one is from Hong Kong. Got this from the same market that I got one of the other pieces of fabric from in Hong Kong, and I thought like it's just very like reminiscent of the country. The red is quite a big colour in China, so I thought that was really pretty, and it's got like a bit of gold sparkle in it as well. So this one is from Vancouver in Canada. This is from the same shop that I got those last two satin jacquards from. So again, a nice ditzy floral in with the colour scheme. Then I also picked up this one in the same shop in Canada. Is Ruby Star Society. So it's sort of like a well-known quilting cotton company with these like cherries on. I thought it went with the colour scheme, and I think I only got half a metre of this because it was a little bit more expensive, but still definitely enough. Then I got some Liberty. As you can probably see by like the other patterns in this quilt, it is quite Liberty inspired. Sort of like these type of Liberty florals with the ditzy prints. So I picked this one up in Manchester. I know it's not a different country, but it's a different place to me. I flew there, so yeah, I picked this one up in Manchester, and again, because it's Liberty, a little bit more expensive, so I got half a metre of this one. These cute florals. So then, once I got all those, I needed, well, in my head I wanted 9 different patterns, and then something that was going to go in between them all, and a backing. So I found this duvet set was from Dunelm, and I saw it and I thought that could work. And this is like, it's just got more blues than all of the rest of the fabrics, but this is potentially what I'm thinking of using for the backing. I think it will look cute. And then it is double-sided, so the other side is this pink stripe, which potentially will go in between the strips and squares, but I'm not sure. Because it's got a stripe on it, I'm not sure. I think I want something that's a bit more plain, but not completely plain, so I'm really struggling to find what I want, so it might end up being this. But that's all the fabrics for my quilt. So that's my current fabric stash in January 2026. I'm not going to show you all my remnants because if you pop on my Instagram, you'll probably see most of the makes that I've made with those remnants, and some of them I do have some ideas for, a couple of like Holland Park tops and yeah, like top versions of different dresses. But again, if you do have any ideas of what I can make with like a metre, round about a metre of fabric, then let me know. Sorry if it's a bit noisy, something is outside that's making some noise. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and come back again. I'm very new to YouTube at the moment, so I am learning as I go. And yeah, I hope that you're all having a lovely week and you come back and see me next time. Thank you very much for watching.